Mykola, a Ukrainian mathematician and physicist who works as a teacher at the local school, rides his bicycle to his job when he notices a group of soldiers standing by the roadside. When he arrives at the school, he finds it completely empty. On the television, he sees that Russia has officially invaded Ukraine. Suddenly, he remembers the soldiers he saw earlier and becomes worried for his wife Nastya. He rushes back home as fast as he can, but when he arrives, Russian soldiers have already reached his house and are brutally beating Nastya. Mykola tries to fight back, but they quickly capture him as well. Once the soldiers decide that Mykola and Nastya are not a threat, they set the house on fire and prepare to leave. But as the soldiers turn to walk away, Nastya, full of anger and pain, picks up a stone and throws it at them. Without hesitation, one of the Russians raises his gun and shoots her. Devastated, Mykola holds his wife's lifeless body as he watches their home burn down. Hours later, 2 Ukrainian soldiers find him sitting beside Nastya's body. After verifying that he is an innocent civilian, they help him dig a grave for his wife. They then take him with them to their base, but before leaving, Mykola takes the wooden angel as a final keepsake of his wife. At the base, the commanders are suspicious of Mykola, fearing he could be a spy. However, Mykola quickly proves his loyalty by declaring that he wants to join the army and fight for his country. He is sent to intense military training, where he must push his body to the limit and learn how to use firearms, things he has never done before as a pacifist. His lack of skill makes him the target of mockery. His instructors and fellow trainees laugh at him, especially when he chooses Raven as his codename. He trains harder than everyone else and stays up late at night to practice with his weapon. He keeps the wooden angel with him at all times to remind himself of his mission, which is getting revenge for Nastya. A few weeks later, the army announces that they need more snipers at the front lines and are looking for volunteers. Many trainees hesitate, but Mykola immediately steps forward. Determined to prove himself, he disassembles and reassembles an AK-47 while blindfolded in under 20 seconds. When he succeeds, he finally earns the respect of his fellow soldiers, who begin calling him Raven, as he wished. Mykola excels at the theoretical part of sniper training, thanks to his strong background in mathematics and physics, even outperforming the instructors in complex calculations. He also masters the #1 rule of sniping, remaining completely still and silent, even when an instructor fires a gun near him. During the final sniper test, the trainees must shoot as soon as an instructor's flare lights up their targets. Everyone fires the moment the flare goes off, except Mykola. Instead of shooting immediately, he uses the brief moment of light to make quick calculations in his head. Then, once the flare fades and everything is completely dark, he fires his shot.
Code green.
When the results are checked, it turns out that his bullet hit the target perfectly in the center, something no one else was able to do. Because of this, Mykola graduates with the highest score and is assigned to an elite unit. For his first mission, Mykola and his fellow snipers must reclaim an important checkpoint that has been taken by Russian forces, and each sniper prepares to take out a specific target. However, just as they are about to shoot, a civilian car arrives at the checkpoint, forcing them to pause. The Russian soldiers stop the car and force the 2 passengers to step out. Mykola and his team realize they must act fast, and without hesitation, they open fire, taking out the Russian soldiers in a series of precise, coordinated shots. One of the Russians attempts to use the woman as a human shield, but Mykola quickly eliminates him with a perfect headshot. With the mission successfully completed, the team raises the Ukrainian flag over the checkpoint, reclaiming it for their country. After completing their mission, Mykola and his sniper team return to base. With some time to himself, he decides to visit the school where he used to teach. Walking through the empty, dust-covered classrooms, he is overcome with emotion, remembering the life he once had. The next day, Mykola receives devastating news. One of his friends has been killed by a Russian sniper, which fuels his desire for revenge. A few days later, the sniper team takes their positions, preparing for the next battle as Russian troops move into the area. But suddenly, something catches his eye. Among the advancing Russian soldiers, he sees the man who killed his wife. Rage fills his body, and he keeps asking his captain for permission to shoot. But each time, the captain refuses, reminding him that the enemy is not in the right position yet. Unable to wait any longer, Mykola disobeys orders and fires. He successfully hits his target and kills the soldier. However, his shot gives away their location. A hidden Russian sniper immediately responds by shooting and killing the captain. As enemy fire rains down on them, Mykola is forced to drag the captain's lifeless body through the battlefield. Hours later, when he finally makes it back to base, his superior promises an investigation to find out the sniper who killed the captain. Blaming himself for the captain's death, he throws himself into dangerous solo missions, determined to make up for his mistake. Eventually, this leads to him being shot in the arm during a mission. He retreats to a hidden safe house to recover, but before he can fully heal, he receives an urgent call. The army has found the location of the sniper who killed his captain, and it is time for revenge. Before the mission, the soldiers are given detailed intelligence about their target. The sniper, named Sari, is one of the most dangerous enemies they have faced. He has already killed 5 Ukrainian snipers and 3 machine gunners. He also records all his kills and posts the videos online to demoralize Ukrainian forces. While these deaths have been tragic, they have helped the army pinpoint Sari's location. However, they cannot use explosives to clear the area because the enemy is hiding inside a chemical plant. Instead, they come up with a new plan. The Ukrainian snipers will first eliminate the lower-ranking Russian soldiers. Once the area is cleared, Mykola will sneak inside the building to confront Sari face-to-face. As the mission begins, Mykola crawls through the battlefield while the other snipers take their positions. The first enemy he encounters is the second Russian soldier who attacked his home the day Nastya was killed. The soldier recognizes Mykola and sneers, saying he should have killed him back then. Mykola doesn't hesitate. He fires a single shot and kills him instantly. He then signals his team to proceed. The Ukrainian snipers open fire all at once, taking down the remaining Russian soldiers without raising an alarm. Now, only 2 enemies remain, Sari and another sniper. Inside the building, Sari and his partner begin to suspect something is wrong when their radio goes silent. The second sniper leaves to check on their teammates while Sari calls for backup. Meanwhile, Mykola sneaks deeper into the building, unnoticed. Sari returns to his sniper position and finds a small wooden angel. At that moment, Mykola lunges at Sari and kills him with a knife. The second Russian sniper is killed by a grenade trap left behind for him. Just then, the Russian reinforcements that Sari called for arrived. The moment the Russian truck comes to a stop, the Ukrainian snipers wipe out every last one of them. With this mission complete, Mykola has finally avenged his wife, his friend, and his captain. But instead of celebrating, he chooses to return home. Visiting Nastya's grave, he gently fixes the fallen cross, silently honoring her memory. As much as he wants to stay, he knows his work is not done. The war is still raging, and his country needs him. Soon, he is back in action, setting out on another solo mission, determined to take down as many Russian soldiers as necessary.